What's the most depraved thing you've seen someone do? It happened when I was working third shift at a gas station just off the interstate. I was 24, broke, and trying to keep myself afloat after dropping out of college. The job was quiet most nights. Truckers, tired travelers, the occasional drunk from the bar across the highway. I didn't mind the solitude. I read behind the counter and drank way too much cheap coffee. One night in mid-November, around 2:30 a.m., a woman came in with a little boy, maybe 4 years old, wearing a Spider-Man pajama top and no shoes. It was freezing outside. Her clothes were wrinkled, her hair a mess, like she'd left somewhere in a hurry. She didn't say anything at first, just grabbed a bottle of water and a Lunchable from the cooler, then came to the counter and placed them down with shaking hands. "You okay?" I asked. She looked over her shoulder, eyes wide. "Do you have a bathroom?" I pointed to the side hallway. She took the boy's hand and walked back. I watched her disappear behind the bathroom door, something turning in my stomach. A few minutes later, an older guy pulled into the lot in a black pickup truck. He parked crooked, got out, and came inside with too much confidence. Heavy boots, red hunting jacket. He didn't look at me, just did a slow walk toward the back, like he already knew who was there. I stepped out from behind the counter. "Can I help you?" He turned toward me, smiled. "Just picking up my daughter." The smile didn't reach his eyes. He looked like every guy I'd ever learned to avoid. Too smooth, too sure, too comfortable in someone else's fear. "She didn't say anything about waiting for anyone," I said. He held up a set of keys. "We just had a fight. She took off with the kid. It's not a big deal." He started walking down the hallway. I moved faster and got between him and the bathroom door. "I think you need to leave," I said. My voice was shaking. I don't know what I would have done if he pushed past me. There was no one else around. No cops. No witnesses. Just me. This girl I didn't know. Her barefoot kid. And this man who felt like something poisonous wrapped in skin. He tilted his head, like he was trying to decide if I was worth the effort. Behind me, the bathroom door cracked open. I could feel the woman's eyes on us. Then he smiled again. "You don't know what you're getting involved in." He turned and walked out, got in his truck, and peeled out of the lot so fast he knocked over a garbage can. I waited to see if he was going to circle back. He didn't. I let them stay in the employee break room until the cops arrived. She didn't say much, just sat there holding the kid, who eventually fell asleep against her chest. When the officers came, she handed them a small notebook filled with times, dates, and bruises. She had everything documented. She'd run after he hit the boy for spilling juice on the carpet. That man wasn't her father. He was her boyfriend. The kid wasn't his. She'd been trying to leave for months, but he watched her constantly. That night was her only window. She thought she could make it to her sister's place 2 states away before he noticed she was gone. I don't know what would have happened if she'd stopped anywhere else. If I hadn't spoken up, if I hadn't blocked the hallway. I quit the job a few months later. Couldn't shake the sound of those boots walking toward the bathroom. Couldn't forget the way that little boy clung to her and didn't say a word. That man came looking to retrieve property. That's how he saw them. Like they belonged to him. That's the most depraved thing I've ever seen. Someone convinced that owning people was his right.